I'm Cathal the Irish Storyteller, and in this video I'm going to tell you a leprechaun story. It involves a man called Tom, who didn't like hard work. He thought, well, I'm going to hold off. Someday I'll get lucky. They didn't have the lottery at the time, but he thought if I capture a leprechaun, and if I can hold his eye contact at all times, he is duty bound to show me where his pot of gold is, and that will solve all my problems. So what's the point in working hard? So anyway, he does get lucky. One point, he's walking through the fields looking for a leprechaun. He could hear this hammering, and he spots under a tree this little man cobbling with his back turned to him. And he thinks, oh my God, this is my day. So he jumps on the leprechaun, grabs the leprechaun, and straight away, show me where your pot of gold is. Not so much as a hello, leprechaun, how are you doing? It's straight in with the show me where your pot of gold is. And the leprechaun thinks, okay, I'll show you where my pot of gold is. And of course, Tom has to keep the eye contact at all times. The leprechaun leads him away, saying, come with me. Oh, look at that lovely flock of birds up there. Tom doesn't bat an eyelid. Haha, I see what you're doing. You're not going to trick me. They walk over a couple of rough stones and rocks, and the leprechaun says, oh, mind your shoelaces there, they're untied. Tom doesn't look down. Haha, you're not going to trick me. Just bring me to the pot of gold. So they arrive at this forest. Loads of trees there, big forest, but the leprechaun points at one particular tree, says, that's where my pot of gold is buried. You better go home and get a shovel because you don't have a shovel. You're going to have to dig there. Tom thinks, if I go home, you're going to be gone. The leprechaun says, oh, no. Tom says, you will. I know your type. You're going to be gone when I come back. But I have a solution. I have a ribbon here. I'm going to tie this ribbon around the tree. And now you're duty bound to promise me you will not touch that ribbon. And the leprechaun says, I promise. I promise you I will not touch that ribbon. Tom is happy with that. I'm off home to get a shovel. He runs off, sings all the way home. On the way, he comes across a couple of neighbors, says, good morning to you all. What a lovely day, beautiful weather. The neighbors think, what's up with Tom? We barely even get a hello out of him most days. Tom goes home, gets the shovel, comes back, sings all the way back to the forest, back to where he thinks the tree is. He can't remember where it was, but he says, okay, it's just a tree with a ribbon. So he looks at the trees, and then he drops his shovel. Because he notices something that is tragic for him. Every single tree now has a ribbon around it. That bloody leprechaun put a ribbon around every single tree in the forest, thousands upon thousands of trees. It's going to be impossible for Tom to find a tree with a pot of gold now. But that doesn't stop him. He spends the rest of his life, a couple of decades, digging around those trees looking for the pot of gold. And he never found it. If only he had put that energy into something more useful and practical, that would have got him somewhere. But he held off for the lucky fortune that never came. That's the story of Tom and the leprechaun and the pot of gold that he never got. So thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe and check out my channel for other videos.